الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. So we will be completing the surah, tafsir of the Holy Quran, Surah Rahman. We have been going through this surah for the last few weeks. I think we have done about 7 or 8 lessons. So inshallah we have the last few verses of Surah Rahman left. Surah Rahman is the most beautiful surah in the Holy Quran. The Prophet ﷺ, he mentions, لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عُرُوس, for everything there is a bride, something that is beautified. And the beauty of the Holy Quran is Surah Rahman. Surah Rahman, Surah Al-Waqi'ah, Surah Al-Hadid. These are 3 surahs in a row. The last 3 surahs of the 27th part of the Holy Quran. The one who will recite all 3 of these surah, Allah will make a palace for him in Jannah. It takes about 5 minutes each, 15 minutes, and you can secure a palace in Jannah. Subhanallah. Now these are the deeds to do, easy good deeds. You know, another hadith comes to mind. The Prophet ﷺ, he mentions, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. A person who will recite it 10 times, Allah will make a house for him in Jannah. 10 times. Takes about 6 seconds, 7 seconds, maximum 10 seconds. So in less than 2 minutes, you can secure a palace, a house in Jannah, where you can live forever and ever. And the houses of this world, 20 years, 30 years, still paying for the house. For that little 2-3 bedroom house, salah is being compromised, no time for Quran, no, very busy, very busy. And by the time the mortgage, may Allah forbid, or whatever other ways he has managed to buy that house comes to an end, his life is also coming to an end. So in these final verses of Surah Rahman, Allah talks about Jannah. Why does Allah open Jannah so much in the Quran? Because Allah is trying to show us that that is your destination, that is where your home, that is where you need to work for towards. You will have different things in this world, ups and downs, problems, health issues, family issues, financial issues, different problems will happen. And you'll think, oh, I wish life was better. I wish I never had these type of things in my life. I can't enjoy life. Many people complain nowadays, I can't enjoy life. They get depressed. Depression and anxiety and grief and these kind of things comes along when a person wants to think that this world is Jannah and things are not going on my way. That's when depression comes. That's when, why isn't this happening my way? This is not the place for things to happen our way. This is not the place for things to work out the way I want it to work out. That Allah says, that is the place, that is Jannah. وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَا تَشْتَهِي أَنفُسُكُمْ. Your wishes, your desires, you want everything your way, that is the place. In this world, sometimes world is not fair. You see a person who has done so many things wrong and he gets away with it, and a person he hasn't done anything wrong and he gets blamed for nothing. He's in prison for years. People in Guantanamo and many other prisons in the world. What have they done wrong? But they are in prison. So where is the fair, where is the justice in the world? But that is the world. This world is just a place of test, ups and downs. Life is never the same for anybody. But for a Muslim there's always 2 situations, sabr and shukr. In asabathu sarra shakara. When he's going through good times, everything is working out well for him in life, mashallah, everything, no health issue, no family issue, everything is working, alhamdulillah, shukr, doesn't forget Allah. On the other hand, things are not working out his way, problems upon problems, one problem doesn't finish and another problem comes along and then another issue comes along and he's just piling up, it's like a mountain on top of him. Sabr. That is sabr. And the month of Ramadan is the month of sabr. وَهُوَ شَهْرُ الصَّبْرِ. The Prophet ﷺ says that this month is the month of sabr. وَثَوَابُهُ الْجَنَّةِ, and the reward for sabr is Jannah. So Allah mentions, هَلْ جَزَاءُ الْإِحْسَانِ إِلَّا الْإِحْسَانِ. It's not the reward for ihsan, meaning good, except good. The ulama mentioned the good, the first good in this ayah refers to iman, tawheed, believing in Allah, being steadfast on it. That is the best thing in the world a person can ever have, is iman. That is the best thing. There cannot be anything better. So if he's got the best in this world, which is iman, then he deserves the best in the akhirah, which is Jannah. So the best for the best. Ihsan illa al-ihsan. So Allah was talking about one Jannah. By the way, those who have missed the previous lessons, then they can listen to it online. I think on the recordings are available, so inshallah you can listen to it. But inshallah we'll carry on from where we have left off. So then Allah mentions, وَمِن دُونِهِمَا جَنَّتَانِ. Besides these two Jannah, there's another two Jannah. That's one translation. The word dun in Arabic could have two meanings. It could mean besides, or it could also mean above, more. So greater than these two Jannah are another two Jannah. That's one meaning. Besides these two Jannah are another two Jannah. That's another meaning. That's the beauty of the Quran. Just one verse of the Holy Quran has like an ocean of knowledge. Imam Allama Fakhruddin Razi rahimahullah, he made a claim once that just on the word Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, I can write 1,000 pages. So the king of the time, he was a Muslim, so he said, okay, he has all the pens, ink you need, he has all the papers, prove it. Let's read 1,000 pages. So when he started writing, never mind 1,000, he ended up 10,000. Quran. That is the Quran. Malana Abul Hasan al-Ladwi rahimahullah, he had an operation in America or somewhere, his eye operation. So after the operation, then he was a master in Arabic. His books are being taught, Qasas al-Nabiyyin and many others are being taught in all the Darul Ulum, in all the alim class they teach it, all over the world. We read his janazah, he passed away in India, but we read his janazah in Masjid al-Nabi, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in Ramadan, going back in I think 99, 2000. We were in Umrah that Ramadan, I remember. Salatul Ghaib. According to the other Imam, it's fine. According to us, we say that was a speciality of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet of Allah only did it once in his life. For Najashi, when the king, the ruler of Abyssinia, when he passed away, then the Prophet of Allah told the Sahaba to read it. But we say this was a miracle of the Prophet of Allah because Allah moved everything out of the way and Allah put his coffin in front of him. That was his miracle. We say there is no other narration that mentions that the Prophet of Allah ever read somebody else's ghaib janazah, meaning absence janazah. When the janazah is not present in front of you physically and you read somebody else's janazah. Other Imams, they have different sort of opinion, they say it's fine. We say normally, according to Imam Hanifa, we say we just make dua. If the janazah is in front of you, then you read it. Otherwise, just do istighfar, dua, isalu sawab. That is the best thing you can do for them. That is more beneficial. So he had an operation in America or somewhere, and after the operation, the doctor or whoever was there, the nurse, they told him that, just one advice: make sure you don't weep, you don't cry. He said, I forgot the operation. I started thinking that English is so poor language that the tears that come out of the eyes, the water that comes out of the eyes, there's only two words: crying, weeping. In Arabic, there are 300 words. In Arabic, 300 words. When somebody, the tears come out, the water comes out of the eyes, when a person is happy, there's another word for it. When he's sad, another word for it. When you're cutting the onions and the tears are coming out, that's another word for it. And then when you are eating, enjoying the food, and then at the same time your eyes are also dribbling down, that's another word for it. Different words for all the different scenarios. Imagine. So how rich the Arabic language is. So anyway, so Allah mentions besides this there's another true Jannah. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Allah mentions this 31 times in the Holy Quran. In this surah. After every other ayah, after every ayah, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Which of the blessings of your Lord will you deny? Meaning Allah is trying to tell us that don't forget your Allah. Whatever situation you are in, don't forget Allah. Come back to Allah. Allah brings Ramadan. Allah brings these moments. Allah brings to get us back on track. Like we have these, navigations, tom-tom, which we're trying to follow the directions on, and we take a wrong turning. Then they keep on mentioning whoever's directing the voice, turn around when possible, turn around when possible, turn around when possible. Same. Doesn't get upset with you, doesn't get angry with you. Same voice, same tone. Turn around when possible, make a U-turn when possible, make a U-turn when possible. So same tone Allah is using. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Make a U-turn when possible. Go back to Allah, go back to Allah. Go back to your salah. Your aim is Jannah. Get back on track. When a person misses his salah, he's gone. He needs to make a U-turn, he's gone off the track. When a person starts doing things which Allah has stopped him from doing, he's going off the track. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Get back on the road, get back on the road. نَضَّاخَتَانِ فِيهِمَا عَيْنَانِ نَضَّاخَتَانِ. Allah mentions that there will be springs in Jannah which will be gushing forth mineral springs. In the other Jannah where Allah was describing, Allah mentions tajriyan, fihima aynani tajriyan. There are springs which are flowing. Here Allah mentions springs that are gushing forth. Water at your service at all times. You don't need to look for the right temperature of the water, or you don't need to look for the right quality of the water. Water is already the best quality. And not only water, فيها أنهار من ماء غير آسن وأنهار من لبن لم يتغير طعمه. Milk that never goes out of date. It's only the milk in this world which you have to look at the date before you buy it. Is it 1 week or 2 weeks? You need to look at the date. This is only in this world. In Jannah, nothing expires. Every person in this world has an expiry date. Everything in this world has an expiry date. Me and you, all of us, we're going to go one day. But Jannah, no expiry date. Goes on and on and on. So the milk never expires. Fresh as always. Nourishing as always. وَأَنْهَارٌ مِّنْ خَمْرٍ لَذَّةٍ لِلشَّارِبِينَ. Rivers of wine that never gives you a headache. The wine of this world gives you a bit of a high for a little bit of time, and then the person he drops totally, loses his focus totally. People, can't even walk properly, can't even think properly, can't even do normal things which they do in life properly, because they've gone all of a sudden on a high and then dropped totally. So stimulated them, but then totally got them on the lowest of the low. Allah says regarding the wine of Jannah, لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون. No headache. Just what you need. Just what you need. Wine, little bit is beneficial. Allah doesn't deny that. Allah says, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ قُلْ فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ. It has a lot of harms, but it's got a little bit of benefit as well. But the harms are greater than the benefit. So it will give you that burst for a little bit of time. Just a few moments. Maybe just a few minutes, to be honest. If even that. But the minute that disappears, then the harms are greater. That's the wine of this world we are talking about. In Jannah, it's just enjoying, buzzing all the way. You take the wine of this world, of this world? Very limited. You say, I'm just trying to take my mind off it. I'm just drinking a little bit. But then your mind goes out totally. You lose your mind total. It's gone. Finish. The wine of Jannah, subhanallah. But Allah will give it to those who don't drink the wine of this world. In one hadith, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that Allah has kept the wine of Jannah for those who stay away from the wine of this world. Allah has kept the music of Jannah for those who stay away from the music of this world. Do we talk about music? Man sami'a al-ghina fi dunya, the one who will listen to music in this world, lam yasma'i ruhaniyun fil Jannah. They will never be able to listen to the ruhaniyun of Jannah. Meaning they will go to Jannah, but this part, this particular, blessing of Jannah, they might not get. Or maybe they will be in a different category of Jannah. They will be in a different stage of Jannah where they will not have this service, this particular listening to music available to them. Allah knows. In one hadith, the Prophet ﷺ mentions that Allah will gather all the believers on the day of Qiyamah in Jannah. It will be a Friday. Like today, alhamdulillah, the day of Jum'ah is called the day of Jum'ah. It's because everybody gathers, everybody jama ho jate hain, they all gather together. So there will also be a Jum'ah in Jannah, but everybody will gather together. But there they will not be gathering to perform salah, or they will not be gathering to listen to the khutbah or something. There will be another gathering, where there will be a different performances. Allah will reveal Himself there as well. Allah will show His being to the all His slaves that are there. The Prophet ﷺ, when he mentioned this, the Sahaba radiallahu anhu said, O Prophet of Allah, will they be like a rush? So many people want to see Allah. Will they be like a big queue or something that we will have to line up on? So Prophet ﷺ said, is there any rush queue to look at the moon? I don't know. Is there any rush queue looking at the sun? So he said, if there is no rush, no queue, no hardship, no difficulty in looking at the moon, do you think there will ever be any difficulty looking at the creator of the moon? Allah give it to one and all. May Allah give all of us understanding. Inshallah we'll continue. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanakallah wa bihamdihi, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.